Good morning, my friends. It's your old pal PeaceLoveMusic here with another Let's Go morning show brought to you live by Organized Media in partnership with our good friends over at BitcoinLive, Decentralized Broadcasting. Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, Squid, Finn, J.O., Joe, my brother. And good morning, Bolupic from the Smoke community. Good morning, my friends. It's another great day, Wednesday morning, the 18th of December. We're ending the year strong. SBTC launched yesterday. There was, it's a little bit of a slow roll. It seems, it's limited. There's not a huge marketing push. And part of that's because it's just launching and they're trying to get it to be functional before it goes completely crazy here. Also, you do need to have at least 0.01 BTC right now to enter to mint SBTC. So, that's probably a little bit more than some people are willing to try out early. But I did. After a little bit of problems with my X1st wallet, I realized I needed to run an update on the app. Should have thought of that before I shot out to the community. What's up, GPSC? I do want to let everybody know, unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties. I think it was a restream issue. GP was having some trouble getting on. I do have Haddy and GPSC with me. Unfortunately, Snazzy was unable to log in, and I think it was an issue with account setup on new account setup on Restream. I'm not positive what the issue was actually, but he was just getting an error message from the join link, which we haven't experienced yet. So really disappointed. Was super excited to talk to Snazzy. Maybe we can get him in before I'm done with the news. I think Haddy's working with him on the back end to see if we can get him in. Would love to get him on here. But I'm going to get into the news and we'll see what happens, what the team can do, if they can work some magic. Again, friendly reminder, this is a news and information show. not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. Never invest money you cannot afford to lose. And do not base your investment decisions or financial decisions based on my opinions about anything. I often get it wrong. And even when I get it right, sometimes my timing is wrong. So again, always do your own research, and seek out other sources of information besides this show before you make your financial decisions, because that's not what we're here for. Bitcoin's still holding strong. We're coming in at 105.70 just before launch. Stacks has a little bit of a dip down to 216 right now. Not financial advice, but I did make a little bit of a buy on Stacks this morning because that price is good in my non-professional opinion. The Fear and Greed Index came in at 80, still in the extreme greed range, and the top three gainers on CoinMarketCap for the past 24 hours are Pengu. I got to look into that one too. I think I might have some in that drop. BGB, BitGet, and Virtuals are the top three gainers in the last 24 hours by market cap on CoinMarketCap. And we have the Stacks calendar for the day. Where did that go? Oh, there it is. We have always every Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern time is the Stacks Australia, Stacks Down Under, Meet the Builders on Bitcoin L2. We also really enjoy the Dog Pool show at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And then as always, Monday through Friday, we're coming at you with the Good Morning Stacks show at 8:30 a.m. We got a little bit of a late start because we were trying to get our processes sorted out. I'm going to try to get through the news as quickly as possible so we can have a little bit of time for Snazzy if he does make it in. The annual Stacks Awards, the Stackies Awards is at 11 a.m. Eastern time today. I was not aware of that. You also have the Zest Community Hall at 11 a.m. Eastern time. That's in the Zest Discord channel. And the Stacks Builders office hours at 1 p.m. That is via a Zoom meeting, and you can actually catch that link over on the Stacks events calendar. That's stacks.co/explore/events. And you can click on any one of those and get the links to where those are. So Stacks Builders office hours at 1 p.m. Via Zoom meeting. There's also Building on Bitcoin, the BitFlow show at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I believe that is a space on X. Of course it is. And at 4 p.m. Eastern, we have Stacks Nigeria pushing the narrative. And that is your news for the day. I'm not your news. That is your events for the day, the Stacks calendar. Friendly reminder, when you stack your STX, you earn yield in Bitcoin. When you stack your STX, you earn Bitcoin and you earn yield in Bitcoin. Tell your friends. And, speaking of that, my friends, whoops, I'm still working on some stuff here, man. I'm still working on my processes, and I really appreciate our audience here. Because it's not always smooth with what we're doing here. But my friends, if you're into Bitcoin and looking to earn some yield on your Bitcoin, whoops. My friends, if you're into Bitcoin and you're looking to earn yield on your Bitcoin, earn some solid yield, you have to check out Hermetica. They've got USDH. It's a Bitcoin-backed stablecoin that's not just stable, but earns up to 25% yield. Head on over to hermetica.fi, stake your USDH, and start earning immediately. It's that easy. Go check it out now at hermetica.fi. And this is the dashboard right here. You can stake. So right now I have a little bit of USDH, and I can stake that for SUSDH. Simple process. Stake. And you guys probably can't see my wallet, but I am now staking my USDH. And tomorrow I'll show you what that looks like. But you're earning points. You can check out your portfolio here, and you can actually buy USDH or SUSDH with stacks or Bitcoin options on Hermetica. So go over to hermetica.fi and check them out. Great stuff going on over there. U.S. Senator Cynthia Loomis says 2025 will be the year for Bitcoin and digital assets. President Biden calls for a ban on congressional stock trading. Nobody in Congress should be able to make money in the stock market while they're in the Congress. I tend to agree with him on this. Yeah, I don't agree with old Joe on a lot of things, but that is a nice little dig towards some of the other establishment legislators that maybe gave Joe a hard time for no reason, because they weren't going to win anyway. Ohio representative, state legislative representative in Ohio, has filed a bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve for the state. So now that's, I believe, at least 3 that I've heard about proposals in Florida, Texas, and now Ohio for states getting into their own Bitcoin reserve, Bitcoin strategic reserve. Ripple officially launches their RLUSD stablecoin, making now 2 long-term XRP stablecoins. I use that joke twice and it still hits. Bloomberg analysts identified LTC, HBAR, XRP, and SOL as the top candidates for upcoming ETFs. ETF expert Eric Balkunis expects a wave of new funds next year, starting with BTC and ETH, followed by LTC and HBAR, and finally, more controversial crypto. I guess that's SOL, right? That's the only one where SOL and XRP are more controversial than LTC and HBAR. I'm not sure. I didn't. I sometimes I steal my news items, if you didn't know. Binance Australia sued over alleged consumer protection breaches. In a December 18th news release, the regulator claimed Binance misclassified over 500 retail clients as wholesale investors between July 2022 and April 2023, stripping them of legal protections afforded under Australian financial laws. That's actually significant. I'm not really much into Binance since they, kind of hosed U.S. investors a few years ago, but yeah, I hope it works out. The latest Emerson College poll found about 1 in 5 U.S. voters, or 19%, have said they invested in, traded, or used crypto at some point. That's really great. SBTC is now live. The long-awaited SBTC launch is finally here, arriving with Bitcoin block 875000. Those that are new to the show may not know, SBTC is a development on Stacks that will allow the trust-mitigated peg-in from BTC L1 to Stacks L2, allowing for the deployment of Bitcoin across DeFi on Stacks with cross-chain functionality into platforms like Solana and Aptos already in the works. The future of Bitcoin DeFi is very, very bright on Stacks and in the broader crypto ecosystem as well. With SBTC now live on Stacks, don't miss the Surge 2 campaign on Alex. Rewards have been doubled to 2 million Alex for the Surge liquidity providers. So if you're providing liquidity for the Surge, you're getting extra rewards up to 2 million Alex. Some of the best yields on Stacks for SBTC and meme coins will be found on the Alex Surge, so be sure to check it out at app.alexlab.co/surge. Love what they're doing in the space. We have so many great actors in the ecosystem, building great projects and providing great opportunities for our people in Stacks, and Alex is absolutely one of them. What's going on at Deorganized Media? Deorganized.media is a simple show scheduling platform, or perhaps something more. Head on over to Deorganized.media and set up your user account today with a simple and safe Stacks wallet connection. It's just a signature transaction. There's no actual transaction. It's just you're signing a wallet, proving ownership, and then you set up your account on Zero Authority, and functionality will be being built out soon. further on there. Zero Authority DAO has crushed it in 2024 with 131 gigs and 100 bounties completed at zeroauthority.xyz. Their mission: build a reputation layer for Web3, enabling secure, transparent collaboration through gigs, bounties, and endorsements. Is as important as ever, and we are very fortunate to have them building this on Stacks. Are you interested in helping out builders and devs test out their projects on Stacks? We're building a tester QA community, and you can DM me at PeaceLoveMusicG on X if you are interested in joining that group. There's a bunch of projects we've been helping out with that lately, and it's really important that we do this. Also want a friendly reminder, two things actually. Web3 artist Gavin launched his Museum of Metamorphosis collection yesterday on Gamma. It's a series of 5 investment art pieces on Stacks released over the next few months. The first 2 released yesterday. I think the auction might still be ongoing. It was a 24-hour auction, and the one-of-one work will be auctioned with a reserve of 75 stacks, and there'll be 3 more to come if you didn't get in that one yesterday. So go check that out. Tacoivation, who are you nominating for a Tacoivation award today? Head over to the Stacks link on X and nominate a Stacks community hero for a Taco award. And always remember, Stacks Sip and Innovation community call every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time with Hero Gamer and the Stacks.org. Come learn about the latest developments on the Stacks chain and give your input. Grab a mic, come chat with us. Give us your input on what you would like to see built on Stacks. This is a forum for you to give feedback as to what you'd like to see. It's every Friday at 11 a.m. We most recently had Rafa come on talking about his factory.fun. Lord Rosar's been making appearances. Lord Rosar from Charisma. He's got his new SIP he just proposed based on the permissionless liquidity pools he has on Charisma right now. Dan Trevino's been on with his newest SIP proposal, the Stacks Pay proposal, which is now live and in discussion over on the Stacks forum. And you can actually read about that at stackspay.org. And we're really excited about that. And then some of the projects we've been helping develop and or test. The Bitcoin, the Bitflow Runes AMM is in testnet right now on the 3rd phase of testing before that goes live. We have our communities working on that. We've been helping Rafa test out the factory.fun. We actually could use some testers on Deorganized. If you're actually looking to poke around some stuff, deorganized.media, we can do that. And that's the news for the day. Thank you so much. I'm actually noticing that we do have, and what's up, Jamie? What's up, LMNO? Good morning, guys. I do notice that we actually have Snazzy in the audience in the waiting room there. So I'm going to bring on our guests. Haddy, co-host, what's up? GPSC, how are you today, man? And Snazzy, I'm so glad you made it, man. We did, I know you got a hard stop in like 20 minutes, so we'll get right into it. But super excited. For those that don't know, Snazzy's building out a project called BNS ONE. That's basically creating a marketplace for BNS names and dashboard for functionality. And he's going to tell us all about that today. How are you, Snazzy?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah. We got there in the end. I had some technical difficulties, so hence why I'm on my mobile at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think it was you. I think there were issues with Restream when we were trying to run the show because GP was having some trouble getting in. Haddy and I were having trouble figuring out, like, the login didn't seem to be working for us either. So it wasn't you, sir. I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made it though.
Yeah, we made it. Yeah. Thanks for having me on the show. I don't know if you want me to sort of talk about BNS ONE.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're loose and easy here. We have no agenda. We have no pretense. I don't have a list of questions to ask you, although I'm very curious about what you have going on over there. I have a few BNS names myself, and I'm very interested to see the further use of it. I'm actually going to share my screen on here now, so people can see it as well. But yeah, tell us all about it.
Yeah. So BNS ONE is an all-in-one tool product suite for BNS and for BNS names. So we launched the product on the 28th of November, and it is at the moment it's currently focused around managing the BNS names and also registering new BNS names. But as you can see on the website, we have the marketplace, which is hopefully launching by the end of the week, and we have the community. That community side of things will probably be launching around probably February time. I think what we'll do once we've launched the marketplace, we'll launch like an initial version, if you like, of the marketplace 1.0, and then we will sort of iterate on it and build new features on top of that, and also the dashboard as well. The dashboard will also be updated in the coming weeks. So yeah, we're trying to cram as much in as possible because the BNS community is so like just like has been waiting for this for such a long time. So so we're trying to get as much done as possible, and we're trying to obviously we want the marketplace to be as amazing as it can be initially, and so yeah we're off to a good start though. I mean, we have, as I say, we launched on the 28th of November, so what's that, nearly 2 weeks ago now. We have nearly 600 active users, which is pretty good going for a very new product and app. And yeah, no, everything's going great. Yeah, yeah, I'm loving it.
Very cool. So I'm actually in the process of the account I have connected to this browser doesn't have any
Yeah.
BNSs because it's actually my test wallet that I use for testing out, for helping the testers. So I just actually processed a transaction or submitted a transaction to register the organized.app and for
Yes.
this wallet. So let's see. We'll see how fast it goes.
There's one more further down piece you need to get. Scroll a bit further down.
Which one?
Podcast.
Are you just trying to get me to spend my stacks?
No, I suggest you stack your stacks, but when we're talking about BNS ONE, maybe you might want to get podcasts. This is the beauty of the website, actually, everyone, is that you can select multiple domains at the same time and secure all of those at once, where before you had to do each one individually. So what Snazzy's created is a really clean interface that you can capture all of the names that you want all in one go. Is that correct, Snazzy?
That's right. Yeah. So you can. We call it at the moment we're calling it like a multi-select tool.
So I actually now have both of these. That's how fast it goes now. And that's amazing. Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
I haven't done one of these since Fastbox. Oh my goodness. That's super fast.
That's it. Yeah, Nakamoto speed. Yeah. So no, it's initially we were thinking, maybe we could perhaps build like a bulk tool, but it's still incredibly hard. It's not impossible, but it's incredibly hard. You have to do quite a lot of technical stuff with the contracts, and there might need to be like an intermediary contract in order to do some sort of bulk registration. Like for instance, just registering a load of BNS names in like one transaction, for instance. So the multi-select registration, as Haddy pointed out, is the best solution that we have, I think, thus far, and it just makes it really quick and super easy to just select the names that you'd like to register, and you can continually keep searching as well in the search bar, so you can search for different keywords and just select your names as you go, and then go on register selected, and it then takes you to the checkout, and you can just register them like pretty much all at once, at Nakamoto speed.
Yeah, man, I can't believe how fast that went, actually. And the site is super smooth, super easy. So the marketplace will be, because I can list them now, right? I have an option to list here over here, but
Yes.
I'm not sure how that. So if I hit, I don't actually want to sell it, but if I hit list, so I can set, I want to list this for 100 stacks.
Yeah, so you're listing on Gamma there at the moment.
Okay, so this would just list it on Gamma, but it would just create I don't have to go to Gamma to list it. I can do it through here, which is a lot easier than going and finding it in my list of NFTs on Gamma.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the marketplace that we're building will aggregate Gamma listings as well. So if someone wants to buy your BNS name, they'll be able to buy it via BNS ONE. And we'll also have direct listings as well. So we're going to have aggregated listings from Gamma and direct listings from BNS ONE. But when you go to list your BNS name, once the marketplace is launched, it will be listed on BNS ONE, basically. So yes, that list will direct list.
You're breaking up a little bit.
So it can be okay.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just losing audio.
Yeah.
Might be
Like it's underwater a little bit. No, I can't hear you, man. Sorry.
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is dropping out something.
You keep coming in and out.
If you turn off your video, it might buffer up again.
Oh yeah, if you just actually, I might even be able to do that for him. Nope, that wasn't the one. No, I can't. I can't turn off his screen.
I'm really excited to see what this BNS marketplace looks like. It's been something that I've been paying attention to, and I know a lot of people are excited for. So it's awesome to have Snazzy up here and kind of just show people what they've been building. You know, it's awesome. You know that it also aggregates from Gamma, so you don't miss any listings whatsoever. I'm really excited for that. Just to be able to check that out.
Yeah, definitely. And I noticed something on here too, where there's a status bar, and the other ones, when I checked my other wallet, most of mine are .btc. They have a status and it says never on the ones I have. With the other ones have a date that's like 4 or 5 years down the line. So are some of the registrations permanent for BNS names? Only is there no re-registration for .stx or .app or .podcast?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not very sure about that. That is a good question. I know that they have some. I was not aware until I just got on the space that they had so many namespaces.
And this is the beauty of what Snazzy's built with his team, is that now we can actually see all the names that are available to us, and whenever there's a new one, it will pop up in there. So that's what's really intriguing about it. And we haven't had a marketplace yet that we can actually use our BNS names to see some functionality, and then be able to actually see what can I use. So like if I wanted to say I've got Haddy.btc, I can see, I haven't got Haddy.id, I haven't got Haddy.stacks, I haven't got all of these yet. So Snazzy, are you back with us?
Am I back? Can you hear me?
You are, yeah, loud and clear. Great.
Yeah. Technical issues. I wish I was on my desktop right now, but I don't know why. But my I tried Chrome, I tried Brave browser.
I really don't think
I
think it was Restream just doing something at this. It was just a timing issue, I think, because we were all having trouble. Yeah, it is. Well, you know what? This is just an excuse to have you on again.
Exactly.
We'll have to have you on again when marketplace, when we launch the community tab, all that stuff. We'll get you back on. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, it'd be great. Yeah, it'd be great to be back on at Christmas without technical issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, as Haddy was saying, yes, different BNS names have different. It's also based on the length as well. So different lengths will determine the cost. So the shorter the length, the higher the cost. So, for instance, with .id names, you might be paying anywhere between 50 to 100 stacks for one or two characters. .stacks names, I think, are pretty cheap on the whole. I don't think it necessarily matters about the length of those names, or maybe it does. I don't believe I don't believe you need to renew those names as well. So you have your .stacks names for forever, whereas .id names require an annual renewal.
That's great to
.btc is
know.
5 years.
Yeah, .btc is .btc is not permanent. It's a 5-year registration, right? But .stx is a permanent registration. So I just and the two I just registered also appear to be permanent as well. So it cost me 0.11 STX plus a transaction fee. It processed in seconds, and now it's there, and it's permanent, which is great. I didn't know that. I didn't know some of the namespaces are permanent registrations. That's really cool.
Yeah. And the great feature about BNS V2 is that you can continually renew your BNS names. So this is something that wasn't possible with BNS Core or BNS V1. So if you go on BNS One, you go to that sort of select action button, you can renew your BNS name over and over again. So one transaction after another. And you can, so for instance, your .btc name, you could renew it for 20 or 30 years if you wanted to.
Oh, so because mine are permanent, the two I just registered are permanent, so I don't have there's a renew name button that's just blank because I can't ever renew these because I just have them. But I can transfer them to somebody else right through the app as well. So I could just send it to one of my other wallets. So if I happen to be on a wallet that's got my stacks, but I don't have as much stacks on the other wallet, I can register the name and then just send it to the other wallet rather than transferring stacks to do it there. Really, I think this is really great. This is really some really cool functionality you've built out. Very smooth.
Yes.
And Hero Gamer says good morning. And he mentions that the D Grants impact report is 99% done and ready for takeoff. Hero, who's still outstanding? Who's that 1% that hasn't gotten their numbers into you yet?
You want to call them out live?
Yeah, right now.
It's definitely not me. Definitely not me. I got my stats to him.
Nice. I think it's Blockface. My money's on Blockface not having his whole thing in yet. I'm gonna Hero, who is it? Hero.
So while we've got Snazzy, can you quickly give us a run through of which ones are permanent and which ones need renewal?
I believe what you were mentioning, Peace. Have you got .stacks names? Because I can't quite see on mobile. Are they .stacks or .stacks as in the full word stacks?
The ones I just got are .app and .podcast. I have a .stx one that was showing as also never status, so I'm assuming permanent. So .stx is a permanent one. I don't have .stacks, STACKS. I don't have any of those, but I would assume that it's probably similar.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is. I think there's quite a few that are quite similar that don't require renewal. .id though, as far as I'm aware, .id I think is the only one that requires annual renewal. So that's where the ability to be able to renew your BNS name one after another is actually quite beneficial. Especially for the .id whales out there that we have in the community, like through. It's definitely helpful being able to renew that .id name for 5 to 10 years, let's say, and just not have to worry about it, because that's what we've had in the past with the communities that we've had community members just say in the general chat, I can't find my BNS name. Well, they can see their BNS name, but they can't. I don't know they can use it in their wallet, and it's because they haven't renewed it. And it's because it was a .id name. And that's one thing that we will have with BNS ONE is we will have email alerts. So if your BNS name is about to run out, you will get an email alert to say, look, it's about to expire. It's 3 months from expiry to 1 month from expiry. Yeah, and again, if you sell a name as well, if you receive an offer, in the future with the marketplace, you'll receive email alerts, you'll receive notifications, and then you'll be able to sort of confirm or reject those offers. So,
very cool. Yeah, very cool. Now, Hero said it's not anyone in particular. He's just waiting for everyone to put their eyes over the impact report, which I've already looked at and I think looks great, by the way. It's such an amazing, can we just give a shout out to D Grants right now and all of the work that Hero did and all of the crazy stuff that's come out of that project, including this one, including yours. I mean, so many things going on with D Grants right now, and it's all thanks to Hero. And I mean, a lot of people, I know Snazzy put in work and Haddy put in work and GP put in work, and I just tagged along in some spaces and hung out with y'all a little bit, but it's such an amazing stuff that D Grants has done. I'm still blaming Blockface though for the impact report not being completed. It's clearly his fault.
Oh yeah, it's Michael's fault. Don't forget about it. It's Blockface.
I just don't know why we didn't have Cindy AI write the whole impact report, Hero. You just feed that into her and let her put it out there. But yeah, man, what you've built out for BNS ONE, man, it's super cool. I cannot wait. What's the timeline again for the marketplace to launch? That's soon, you said, right?
Yeah, so the marketplace hopefully will be launched by the end of the week. It's taken a look this week. Yeah, before Christmas. Yeah.
Wow.
So
cool.
Yeah, it's taken a little bit of time, but it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. This first version is going to be great, and it has, I'd say, the majority of the features that you want from a marketplace initially. Obviously, you'll be able to buy and sell things, buy and sell your BNS names, and then the next iteration, which will probably come just after Christmas, will have things like being able to make offers on BNS names, and there'll potentially be an upgrade to the dashboard as well at some point. Probably early to mid-January. We've got tons of stuff planned, but the objective here is to level up the BNS experience. That's our mission. Because
it's definitely a much improved experience from what, and I'm not hating on btc.us, right? Because that's where I was going to register my domains previously. It's such a much better experience, and I know obviously Fastblocks makes that possible too, but it's super smooth. It's very intuitive. I don't have to think too much about what I'm doing. So I think it's a very nice design. Hero wants to know, is BNS going to make him rich? And I say yes, obviously. You just got to register as many domains as possible. And yes.
Yeah. He needs to concentrate on getting a girlfriend first, though, I think.
I'm surprised he's single, to be honest, with that personality. He's such a
Yeah, I don't know if you guys met. I've met Hero. So I met Hero at when was it?
In person?
Yeah, October last year. It was.
He's actually a real person.
He's a real person. I can confirm he's real. Yeah.
I take your word for it.
I met Hero. I met him last October at Bitcoin Unleashed, along with all the other Stacks OGs, Anib, Mitchell, Stacks Foundation, Will, Stacks Foundation as well, Jude, loads of guys. It was amazing. Yeah, awesome. That was when I really, really I was already bullish on stacks, but I really, really got bullish on stacks after that event. It was awesome, amazing.
Yeah, it's such a great, still relatively small, but super close knit. The community is all about collabing and working together and helping each other build. And really, like, it's, don't get me wrong, competition's okay. There's nothing wrong with competition, but a lot of the guy, even if they're building something that's a competitor kind of project, they work together. You know, they put together, like Rosar has his permissionless liquidity pools, and he's working on a SIP so that other people can build their permissionless liquidity pools along the same lines, so it'll all work together, you know. And so that's just the spirit that's in the space. Same thing with like Rafa's Factory Fun is kind of a competitor to Stacks.city, but he's friends with Koalwyn too, and he's not building it to be a direct competitor. He's just building it to build out a little bit different model on how to do that stuff. And between the two of them, now we have more options for our community. So it's all, yeah, I am super bullish on the Stacks ecosystem. So many awesome people here, and so many builders. Like, there's so many people building things and producing just nonstop. I love the Stacks ecosystem, but I'm a little jealous that you got to meet Hero Gamer. I didn't think he actually appeared anywhere in person.
Yeah, it was great. And I also met Larry as well. I think you had Larry on a few weeks back talking about BNS.
Larry Libra. Yeah, we had a big BNS like panel. It was a couple months ago now, because it was before BNS, like the V2. They wanted some feedback from the community, actually, is part of the reason why we did that. But we had Larry and Marvin Jansen and Setzu, Pato, Dan Trevino came on. I think Hero was there actually too. I think
Hero
Haddy.
was.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
we're happy to have everyone in the ecosystem come on and chat anytime. That's really kind of what this whole project's about, is giving people an opportunity, a platform to come on, reach the community, tell us about their stuff, and then just kind of have a friendly conversation about whatever, you know. That's kind of how we do.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, it was great. I definitely recommend, you know, if you've got an event nearby, Bitcoin or Stacks event, like, just go to it. It's amazing. You know.
Yeah, we're gonna try to right now. We went to. So I don't know if you're familiar with the Easy A app. The guys, Phil and Dom Kwok, have an app called Easy A that's just short description. It's basically like Duolingo, but for blockchain languages. So you're learning blockchain languages in a gamified way. And they had a big Stacks event up at Harvard a few weeks ago that we not crashed, like they knew that we were coming, but tons of builders. I got to meet Eric Choi from Hero Systems. I got to meet Kenny Rogers, Adam Hahn from the Stacks organization, Phil and Dom from Easy A. It was those types of things are, you don't realize until you go there how electric it can be, meeting these people and talking to them about, talking shop with them and stuff. And then right now, one of our big goals is to try to get out to Bitcoin Vegas in May. That's what we're working on, to do a series of live streams and stuff from Bitcoin Vegas. Yeah, I know we're a little bit past your hard stop time, so I don't want to keep you too long.
I can go on a little bit longer. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I've got like a good 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, that's fine.
Nice. Haddy, GP, you guys have any questions?
I'll let GP go first.
So,
questions.
Yeah, man. So I just used BNS ONE to get the GPSC.stx name. I've seen out there that people were launching tokens with some .stx names from different founders, and then the other founders are having to come out and say, hey, look, That's not me. Yeah, so I went ahead and got my .stx name and my .btc name just to avoid that type of confusion because unfortunately as the space grows, there are going to be bad actors, right? So if everybody is out there and has a .btc name, just to avoid confusion, you should just go ahead and just get a .stx name. I mean, it took me literally with the Nakamoto and BNS ONE, it took me no time whatsoever. I could say that it is very sleek, dude, and the market space looks like Snazzy.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be possible without D grants. Without Hero, Haddy as well. A lot of the key guys who helped organize such a successful D grants sort of program during the summer. So no, BNS ONE would not be here without D grants, without Hero's support, without Haddy's support, a number of other people in the BNS community. So so really thankful that we got through into the BNS D grants track, and we got a nice bit of support, and that's enabled us to build this fantastic app, which we are hoping to use to also reinvest back into BNSD grants as well. So we are hoping to reinvest a certain percentage of the fees that are generated in the marketplace back into the BNSD grants track to invest in other projects, essentially, to grow BNS, because BNS desperately needs it. Really, at the moment, it needs builders, it needs applications implementing BNS. So,
I know Dan Trevino is about to launch his Boom Wallet app, and he's building some BNS functionality into that, or he's been trying to. And I know I'm going to start getting into technical details that I can't really speak to. But I know that there was some issue with some of the functionality that he was trying to figure out he was working with Set Pato and Set Zeus about trying to get that sorted out. And obviously, like, we see BNS names being a very functional piece of the new deorganized media platform, and I'm sure it's going to be integrated into Zero Authority DAO and a bunch of other stuff too over time. It's just a matter of. So actually, I guess I'd love to hear your opinion about the dot locker piece, and if you think that added functionality into Web 2 is, well, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think there's probably the community's thoughts and my personal thoughts. The community is very mixed on it.
Generally, yeah. And
yes,
we had Don from Dot Locker on a couple weeks ago on one of our shows and spotlighted. He came on and chatted with us. It was really cool guy, really cool. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what I need it for. I'm not quite sure what the function, and maybe that's because the Web 2 functionality piece isn't there yet either. What you would use it for. But I mean, on-chain ID and web addresses versus a wallet string is a no-brainer. It makes it much easier for people to transact if they don't have to worry about a QR code or a wallet, a wallet address versus just putting in someone's. It's real easy to remember PeaceLoveMusic.btc. So I do see that, but I'm not sure. I won't press you for your personal opinion on Dot Locker.
I mean, the TM and Don and Gina, we had many BNS working group calls, over the years, and there's been other guys in the community that have been involved in those working group calls. TM is a private entity at the end of the day, Trust Machines. And so those guys have their own. They've got their own roadmap, their own sort of product suite, things that they're wanting to develop. I wouldn't say they're necessarily thus far. I wouldn't say that they've necessarily been concerned with community feedback, which I think is a bit of a shame, to be honest, because if you're building products for the community, and what you ultimately want the community to use, then you kind of need community feedback, right? So yeah, no, I think that's a shame, first and foremost. In terms of .locker, I think they have. I think the focus. I think the focus is kind of all wrong, personally, with .locker. The focus should be on the current crypto community, this fantastic BNS community that we have. I mean, you'll have seen on the BNS community account, we've got over 5,000 followers. We've got over 2,000 in the BNS Discord. So we've got this really vibrant, passionate community behind us. Yeah, they haven't, they're not they're not asking that community, what do you want? What do you want to use? What sort of product you want to use? And with .locker, I think they're looking obviously towards the Web2 community, but the Web2 community, I would say, are largely at this current moment in time, I would say largely aren't really that interested in Web3. The vast majority of Web2 domain owners, and there's a chap called I think it's Ishmaeli. He was on. We had a Spaces a few weeks back, and he's a big Web2 domain investor, huge investor. And he said that you're gonna find this tough. You're gonna find selling .locker to the Web2 community, incredibly tough. They're not really gonna instantly see that value. So
they don't, right.
Yeah,
so they don't see why they need to connect to Web3 users.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not kind of the. I think for the majority of them, it's not something that they have kind of desired. They've not just thought, oh yeah, I really want to be able to connect my Web2 domain to Web3. Whereas I think, maybe on the other hand, for the current BNS community, that is probably, I would say, there's quite a strong desire for that, because that's another sort of utility for the BNS names. One of many utilities that the BNS names have, and obviously that Web3 name systems have as a whole. But yeah, no, I think trust machines have got a bit lost with .locker. I don't think they've read the room very well. So yeah, that's my take.
Well, and it kind of makes sense too, because I think everyone's kind of like, well, nobody knows why they would need one really yet. And maybe it will develop. But yeah, I guess the point is we need more BNS development. We need more development of use cases and what it's going to be doing. But I guess that's also kind of a sign that we're still very early. There's still a lot. The app layer is here, but we don't have a lot of functional apps yet. So we're just getting there, and it can be a little hard to be patient for some of these things to develop. But I really think that what you've built out at BNS ONE is really cool. Very cool functionality. It's definitely going to make it a lot easier to register BNS names and use them, use them in an easy to navigate platform. So I think that's really cool stuff. I'm excited to see the launch of the marketplace, and then the community piece is also very, very interesting to see how that goes.
Yes. Yeah. That will require quite a bit of community feedback, I think, before we launch the whole kind of community discovery, community profiles type of thing. But yeah, the marketplace first and foremost. The marketplace needs to be like amazing. Just needs to be incredible. So we'll keep reiterating on that, and based on user community feedback, we'll continually improve it over the next few months.
Do you have an API functionality, an SDK, where you could if somebody had a website that was catering to content creators that might want a BNS name, for instance, that they could. So let's say Deorganized has a platform where content creators are going and curating their content, and then there could be a link there where they could actually register a BNS through BNS ONE, but right through the platform, like as an API piece or something. Is that something that is functional now?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, potentially. I mean, I just like yourself, Peace. I'm not particularly technical, but Eric, who is the dev that's working on BNS ONE, yeah, we will be working on, you know, APIs and you know, he's worked on various endpoints, and he's amazing as well at building databases. You know, we've got an amazing database, which is, I think, is also essential when it comes to filtering BNS names in the marketplace. You need to have, you know, kind of the, I guess, the correct sort of endpoints and connections and things, you know, to be able to do all of that stuff. And yeah, and I think the great thing as well about, you know, myself and Eric working on BNS ONE is that we are, you know, we're domainers. We've been in the Web3 space, namespace for, you know, for years. So, you know, so we can draw on all of that experience in addition to, you know, the community's feedback and, you know, what I've been hearing the community wants to see, you know, over the last few years since I've been part of the BNS community, part of the core team in Discord. Yeah, so we, you know, we can build something really special, you know, in essence with BNS ONE. So I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, that sounds. So we'll have to put Eric and Trip together and have them talk about how that would function. But yeah,
Yes,
man, we
exactly.
would love to. Yeah, we would love to integrate that into our platform too, and then it's you know, it's helping just registrations, right? That's the whole goal right now, is getting more people to register more BNS names and use them in some way. You know, which is, I mean, right now it's also a great branding opportunity. If you've got a project, you got to, you know, like I have fresh.stx on one of my wallets, and that's the fresh dry sock account for the fresh dry sock meme token that we created as an answer to the gross moist sock token. That's terrible, right? What, have you ever heard of such a thing? So, but yeah, but it is having a fresh.stx account, you know, web, you know, just a BNS name actually adds some legitimacy to the project, you know. So there is a marketing use right there right now.
Yeah, I think that's the ultimate goal, you know, is the ultimate goal, yeah, would absolutely be that businesses and brands own their BNS names, just like they do for ENS. You know, there are a number of different brands that have bought, you know, that have acquired their ENS names. So, yeah, you know, that's the hope. You know, but BNS is not quite there yet. It's not quite to the level of ENS. But that's you know, that's ultimately what we're trying to do with BNS ONE. We're hoping to, you know, stimulate the market, which in turn, you know, brings new users to, you know, to BNS and the Stacks ecosystem. And you know, and that could also involve potential partnerships as well in the future, you know, with other marketplaces and things. So yeah, there's so much scope. But yeah, BNS, as I say, BNS needs it still needs some work to, you know, to get to the level of BNS. But I absolutely think it's possible.
Very cool, man. Haddy, you said you had a question or questions.
I always have questions.
Yeah, just be ready, Snazzy. Well, you know Haddy, so
Snazzy and I are on the BNS track. So
yeah, oh yeah, I mean, Haddy knew each other well. Yeah, that's fine.
So Snazzy, I want to say congratulations, number one. Number two, I want to say thank you for developing an app that we didn't know we needed yet. So now we know we need it because we've seen it and we've played with it and we've just done it live, where people have bought their names and it's worked. Thank you, Nakamoto Upgrade, for making it really quick for us. So,
yeah,
Snazzy,
yeah, that's one of the important things.
So talking about the future, when we look at, so Peace has obviously elaborated on collaborations and people being able to plug into you. How will the people be able to contact you in the future, and how will they be able to plug into you potentially in the future?
Well, I mean, we're talking about when you say plugging in, what are you referring to? You're referring to sort of usage?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at a possible product that would be amazing to have on BNS ONE would be, I have a community and I want to onboard my entire community. Can I onboard my entire community? So could that be, for instance, say I create a meme coin, can I onboard my entire community? That's what I'm looking at. So would BNS be able to help me onboard with a naming service my entire community? Because we've seen that happen with like Pudgy Penguins have done that. They've literally allowed their community to catch their own name, .pudgy. So eventually we may have community saying, hey, BNS ONE, can you help me to build out this? Because I want my community to have their own names. So
you
let's
mean
say
like a dot,
for
a
instance.
dot Rue,
yeah,
a dot Rue or a dot Leo or a dot Welsh, and then they could.
I'm giving you a new product line.
Well, they would just have
so
to.
you're talking about you're talking about
namespace.
Yeah, I can see where you're going with this. Yeah, you might be thinking of potentially some sort of console-like element to BNS ONE.
Yeah, they would just provide the wallet addresses. They can come with their wallet, and then they can claim their name because it's already been paid for.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, with the whole that whole community section, there's tons of things that are possible, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when it comes to namespace creation and management, that is something that is also on our roadmap, on our radar as well.
Perfect. And then, and then the same as what he said for deorganized is zero authority. Would probably also be very interested in helping people onboard into the namespace as well. So I think everyone's waiting. So you've got a lot of people who want to plug in straight away and add BNS ONE into their website so that they can literally push, and it can say powered by BNS ONE.
Yeah. There's just tons of stuff. Yeah, there's tons of scope. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there could, you could have, you could potentially have quite active communities. Yeah, on BNS.ONE. Yeah, utilizing their BNS names. But at the moment, the initial plan for that community section is discoverability. It's enabling the community to be able to discover each other and to be able to see their BNS names, maybe even communicate with one another as well. There being some sort of internal messaging type thing. Where negotiations can happen. Maybe somebody wants to buy the BNS name, but they want to try and barter for it and try and negotiate, rather than just saying, I offer this. Do you accept or reject? Reject. Okay, well, I offer this, and so if there's some sort of type of internal messaging, and it could just be short as well. You could put like a small character limit on it. But that might help facilitate that transaction, which is ultimately what we're trying to do with BNS ONE. We're trying to help to stimulate the market, stimulate the appetite for BNS, and hopefully bring in more users. Bring in more people that want to register and acquire BNS names, trade BNS names. So that's the ultimate goal with BNS ONE, is that we really want to level up the whole ecosystem.
Very cool. Haddy, are you frozen? I think Haddy froze.
Oh yeah, yes. I can't actually see it on mobile. I'm like, yeah, it's frozen. Yeah.
No, well, that's probably the universe saving us from 3 more questions. Haddy, there, yeah, he must have been.
No, he's gone.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Sorry, I have no idea. I just disappeared.
Yeah,
it's a magic trick.
For us.
And I bet you it's the best part.
Yeah, you missed the best part. You have to go back and watch it. I'm not telling you.
I have to rewatch.
That's it. Yeah, I'm not repeating myself.
One time only. Okay.
That's it. Yeah, one time only.
This is recording.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that there's a lot of the next step probably is integrating with communities and getting the BNS, the registration functionality onto other platforms. That probably is a good step to grow the brand, and you got your name on other people's platforms, and then they're getting the added value of the functionality that they can offer to their users on their platform. So that seems like a no-brainer to me, and I'm sure, not that I'm trying to put more on Trippin' Monkey's plate, but I'm sure that we'd be interested in doing that at some point, probably within the next couple of months, if the functionality is available.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, as I say, there's so much that can be done with BNS names. There's untapped potential at the moment in terms of how you can use them, their utility. Yeah, we've got a way to go, but yeah, the potential is it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a lot more usable now. Just how fast that was to register. People that don't know won't ever know, and that's great. They don't have to know how much of a pain in the ass it was to register, and then you had to set up the what was it, there was something to do with the name server or something, not the name server, the zone file was like, yeah, and that didn't always work right, and you'd have to wait 30 minutes just to see if it took, because you'd have to do a transaction. Yeah. You'd have to wait 30 minutes for the transaction. So those days are over. You do not have to be as dedicated a user as you did have to be, and that's just that alone is really impressive. The site's really smooth. The registration went quickly. Oh, by the way, I'm not limited to just one in my wallet now, which is also really cool. So, man, Snazzy, I'm so glad that we got over the technical hurdles, both and getting you on the live feed and in making BNS more functional. Here we are. We're just persevering as an ecosystem, and it's great. But thank you so much for joining us today, man. We're pushing 10 o'clock here, or 10 a.m. My time. We're all actually GP's in my time zone. But that's all I have for today. Anyone have any last words before we wrap it up? I know you did.
I would just yeah. Oh, sorry. Go on. Yeah, go for it.
No. Go ahead, Snazzy. You take it.
Okay. Sorry, I don't want to be dominating the stream. Just if anyone who's watching, wants to register their BNS names, maybe have just a few, would like to register some more, just go to BNS.one. Very, very easy to register your BNS names. Very easy to manage your BNS names. Set your primary name. Set your zone file, as Peace was saying. So it's very, very easy to manage. We've got our marketplace launching by the end of the week, just in time for Christmas. And hopefully I can be back on the stream with you, Peace, after Christmas. And I can go over the marketplace and all of that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have you on regularly. We're here every Monday through Friday at the same time. So whenever it lines up for you, I'm just a DM away. We communicate more in Discord, which for me, it might be like 2 or 3 days from the time you message me until I actually get a chance to go back in and check Discord. So don't take that personally if I don't respond right away. But you're welcome anytime, man. Even if you don't have something about BNS and you want to just come chat with the community, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not as great. I'm the opposite. I'm not as great as checking my DMs on X.
Right.
But yeah, but that's my personal account on X. But obviously for the BNS accounts, I'm constantly checking notifications and DMs and things. But
well,
yeah,
but then
so
right, it's a trap too. You know, once you go into the DMs that's on a platform you're not on all the time, now you're stuck there for an hour just saying, "Oh my God, this guy messaged me 4 days ago. I got to get back in touch with him," and that's a whole can of worms. And yeah, I get it, man. I get it. It's impossible. If we could just aggregate all of the DMs for all of the social medias into one app, that would be $1 million idea. That would be $1 million.
That's the next $1 billion product right there.
Yeah, 100%. We should work on that. Where's Trip? That's something else we gotta build into Deorganized. GP, what do you got? Last word, man. What do you got going on today?
Today, I am going to be floating around in various spaces. I've got multiple collections that I'm working on. You know, I've got something. I'm hosting a space in the Root console, just trying to help the community be informed about what to look for. You know, we had the fam stuff, an RM fam token rug yesterday, so I'm gonna be going over some like safe practices and stuff like that, what to look for, teaching the community about like liquidity ratios in the Root console. So if anybody is interested in learning in some of that stuff, join the Root console. I think I'm gonna be doing it in between 1 and 2 today, sometime in between there. I'm just gonna run it for like an hour. You know, keep everybody informed, keep everybody in touch, and hopefully I can raise some people's spirits that were affected. Needed.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's at this point, it's more about making sure that people are protected from those kind of situations. Again, people should be able to look at liquidity on a token and realize that, you know, it's susceptible to being rugged. You know, doesn't mean it's going to be, but if it's susceptible to that kind of volatility and it's a low cap, you know, just beware about how much you're putting in and your risk tolerance and that kind of stuff. So yeah, man, good stuff. Good work. And I think we're actually on we're going to be on Wagme's show, Wagme's space at 1 p.m. today. I think I got to double check with him. Haddy, you're on that too, right?
I think I coordinated. You said you wanted me on, so yeah, I put it in the diary. Well, I don't think it's in the diary, but I know that we got the call today.
Yeah. So
so I'll probably welcome to join that Root Spaces. Yeah. I'm gonna put the Root Spaces to about like 2, then like the later side of 2, so I can be there.
Cool, awesome. Don't feel like you have to, you know. But we always love you being in part of our. You're obviously an integral part of the organized team, so appreciate that. Haddy, I'm going to give you the last word.
I wanted to share something. First, I want to say, Giga, thank you for doing that today. And maybe we need to piece as an idea. Let's start making some shorter form content that we can put out to help people, that we can just push out constantly. So rather than do the route that not everyone sees it, let's create some like content that people can actually do it live and they can see what you're talking about, like how to actually click through and find it. I don't know if you're up for that, Giga.
That together. We should put that together.
Yeah. And then I wanted to share my screen because I think people missed it today. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yes. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, this one. I'm just going to share my screen. So I think people missed it. That Reese has got the Leo Pass has gone live, so you can get those. It's a free mint.
That's right. Yes, I forgot to put that in the news.
Yeah, so it's a free mint today. Well, it is going for a while, so catch them while they're hot. So it's an ordinal.
It's a free mint?
It's a free mint. It's an ordinal, yeah, free mint pass. And may or may not give you access to something at some point in the future. May or may not. There are no promises.
Ooh.
So
like the boom ghostly transactions.
Exactly. So Leo is generally very tight-lipped about what is going to come. But when they say that there might be something, generally there is something. So, but
right,
again,
there will be something.
advice.
They're not ready to commit what the functionality will be because, well, it's subject to change right now.
I don't know what it is, so
they don't know what it is.
I'll find out the scoop on roofs.
Oh yeah, and then we can tell him he has to exclusively break it on Deorganized Media.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So as I said, that the artwork is
another clutch player in the space, by the way. Rubes killing it out here.
You can see that it's free, and only 94 have been claimed so far. So it's showing about $9 at the moment with your fees to mint. So obviously, if you wait for an opportune time, you can get a nice one. That was all I wanted to add today.
Awesome.
Right.
I'm for sharing.
Going to do that.
Yeah, me too. I can't a free mint with art or original Reese artwork and Leo, and it's tied to Leo with maybe some functionality down the line. How could you not mint one of those? Thank you, Haddy, for actually letting us know about that. Thank you, everyone. Snazzy, thank you so much for coming out, man. Great talking to you. Great finally getting a chance to chat with you in person. GP, I love you, brother. Haddy, love you, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Great show today. I am Peace Love Music. We are Deorganized Media coming at you live on BitcoinLive, Decentralized Broadcasting. Our good friends over there. It is Wednesday, hump day. Whoop, whoop. Get out there, finish the week strong. Go check out BNS ONE. Great stuff Snazzy has built out over there. And go mint yourself one of Reese's new pieces with the Leo mint over on Gamma right now. That's really cool stuff. I am Peace Love Music. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace out.